What's up guys, I'm the Chess Nerd, and today we're going to be talking about the oldest chess problem ever created and the rise and fall of its creator. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram. It is my main channel and where you'll see most of my content, so let's get on with the video. Its creator, As-Suli, or Abu-Bakr Muhammed ben Yahya As-Suli, is a chess player born in the 9th century, so around 880 after the death of Christ, so AD. And he is of Turkish origin, so he was a Muslim chess player. So to give you a bit of background to the story, I'm going to tell you a bit about the provenance of chess and how that influenced the Middle East into developing a strong chess community. Which then got transferred and copied in Europe, where the final rules that we know of today have been selected and adjusted to the game that we know. The game of chess all started in India with a little game called chaturanga. Unlike chess, quite likely, it's like a distant cousin of chess, I would say, in which a few pieces would rival in a simulated war, which involves strategy to see who would win. Now, Arabics in the Middle East, when confrontations, combats, or wars would arise between the section of India where chaturanga was invented and the Middle East, the Arabics quickly got a grasp of chaturanga and made their own version of this idea of war on a chessboard. And this is where the invention of Shatranj came through. So the Arabics adopted the idea of chaturanga and just put it widespread on the chessboard with more variants to chess pieces and called it Shatranj, which is today known as chess, with a few minor adjustments. So Shatranj was played throughout the Middle East and the Arabic Peninsula and was played and valued amongst royal families, caliphs. So caliphs were chief Muslim civil and religious leaders that would usually be involved in the royal family and would have power and money throughout the land. So caliphs would take a great interest into chess and even value it, and the best chess player of the city would get to live prosperously amongst the royal family. So historians estimate that Shatranj was becoming popular at around the 700s, 800s, and right around the end of the 9th century, so in the ending parts of the 800s, estimated at around 880, As-Suli was born. And when he was 25 in 905, members of the inner circle of the current Caliph of Baghdad, which is the current capital of Iran, suggested that As-Suli should be the next challenger for the current champion of the court, Al-Mawardi. And so the Caliph at the time, Al-Muqtafi, said, well, my guy is undefeated, Al-Mawardi, so let's give As-Suli a shot. This guy is said to be really good and has dominated lands across from me, so let's see what we get. And so the Caliph suggested a challenge, As-Suli against the favorite, Al-Mawardi. Now, everyone of the court thought and knew for sure that Al-Mawardi had this in the bag. They knew that Al-Mawardi was the clear favorite and about to win in all glory. But, to everyone's surprise, As-Suli won that game and became the new champion of the land of Baghdad. Now for chapter 2, this is chess and its main rivalry. So, as As-Suli defeats in all his glory Al-Mawardi, there is a certain group within the royal family that detests this victory and opposes the winner. You see, chess is a game, but for As-Suli, it was not only a game, it was his life. So he would play chess over practicing his rituals, which are greatly valued in Arabic and in the Muslim religion. As you may know, Muslims must pray 5 times per day and must read the Quran quite often. So As-Suli, being a free-spirited and open man, lax in his religious practices, which the clergy detest. They completely hate it, and in fact, they plan to murder him later on in the story. In the book where I found this story, I want to highlight a passage. The Islamic clergy considered the game an unworthy and barbaric pastime. So this illustrates that really the clergy has no time and no joy for chess. They actually hate any hype around chess because it just means less religious identity and less time dedicated to Islam for the people of Baghdad. And this is one of the reasons why chess was never mentioned in the Quran, even though it was one of the most played games throughout the Arabic Peninsula, as I said. So, when the Caliph of Baghdad was replaced by al-Muttaqi, the clergy planned a vendetta against our famous As-Suli, and they planned to murder him. Now, As-Suli, having a couple friends in the court, in the royal family court, he was thankfully warned before he was about to get murdered. And so when he was warned, of course, he escaped Baghdad and he went to Basra. As you can see by the title of my book, The Genius and the Misery of Chess. So yes, this is now chapter 3, his downfall. So As-Suli had lived the best of his days in Baghdad, and when he went to Basra, he became homeless. And when he was homeless and nobody to show off his skills, he died of a miserable death on the streets in poverty and in famine, which is really sad, considering that he had amassed so much fame in the royal kingdom of Baghdad that he became a chess teacher, he became a chess author, and he was known throughout the people of Baghdad as the chess player, the ultimate Shatranj chess player. As-Suli also wrote the first ever book on strategy called The Book of Chess, which is quite impressive. And he invented the first chess problem ever recorded, or at least kept till today, which is quite impressive because 800 was quite a long time ago. So, 1200 years ago, that's crazy that a game could resist so long and have such a beautiful tactic that I'm going to show you today in this video. So stay here. Now, although the rules were perfected at around the 15th century, so in the 1400s, this tactic, even though the rules are a bit changed, is still relevant today. So that's crazy. I mean, there's rooks, there's knights, and there's kings in this tactic, and it still works. So I find that mind-blowing. What's up? So this is actually the tactic that As-Suli created so many years ago. I mean, just thinking of it, it's 1100 something years ago, so it's quite crazy. So here, black are threatening mate in 1 with rook h8 checkmate, and it's white's turn to play. So obviously we're playing from white's perspective here. And white play this brilliant 3-move checkmate that starts with knight h5 check. Black doesn't have many options here. His king is in a checkmating pattern, so he has to take this knight. White does yet another sacrifice. That's rook takes g6 check. What a power move. Forces the king once again to take the rook. And now white with the simple mate in 1, rook e6, a reverse checkmate on the back rank. A beautiful tactic once again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to slap a like on the video, subscribe for more, and see you later.